Hello, everybody, and greetings from a morning in Thailand. This is a especially powerful and auspicious ceremony. Thank you very much for being here. You won't regret it. This particular full moon is one that is exalted in that all of India celebrates it as a special full moon. It has a name. I wasn't able to get the name for you in Indian, but it is the full moon where millions of people throughout India give thanks and express their gratitude to their gurus, to their great teachers. Additionally, all of the Buddhist world expresses their gratitude for the teachings of Buddha. So this particular full moon is carrying the additional morphic field of millions and millions and millions of devoted people who are aware of the spiritual life. Okay, so that's one thing. In Japanese, we have a saying, Ishin Nigan Sansokyon Te. What does that mean? Ishin means mind first, intention first. In all your life, from now till the day you die, and ever since you were born, intention rules. Nigan means your eyes focus on your subject. Sansok means your legs take you toward your subject, and Yonte means you use your hands to do the work. The key here is Ishin. So I want to speak a little bit about Ishin for this very special ceremony today, because this is the sixth program. The sixth program is unlike any of the others we've done because this is the global collective. What is the global collective? It is all human beings of every age, plus all animal life, all vegetative life, all of the planet, the minerals, the earth, the water, air, everything. It's the totality of the consciousness. Now, you and I are a part of that total consciousness. So each of us is sort of like a cell. If we think of a microcosm model, each of us is a cell in a body. So your body is made out of, your physical body is made out of approximately 50 trillion cells. So if we think of the physical body, each of us is a cell of the total global collective. Now, the world is in crisis. Everything right now is in crisis. Why? I don't know if you ever saw the movie. There was a movie, I think it's called Edward Scissorhands. It was like a make-believe kind of a movie where there's this guy and all of his fingers are like great big scissors. And it looks like it's going to be, in one of those movies that was developed for idiots or something, but it actually has a very deep side to it. And there's this one scene where there's a guy that is a instructor for hunting, and he's got a group of young fellas, young kids, and he shoots a deer, and the deer has not died yet. They run over to the deer, and the deer is in the throes of dying. And this guy is explaining how it's going to die and why it, where to shoot it if you want to stop it from dying really fast and all that stuff. And he's instructing them. And they're very excited. They killed the deer isn't dead yet, but they got it, and they're all around the deer. And here comes this guy with the big scissors on his hands. And he just walks up, puts one hand on the deer, and he takes the teacher's hand that's so proud that that he shot the deer, and he connects the man's consciousness to the dying deer. And that guy instantly feels everything the deer is feeling. It's terrified. It's in terrible pain. It's just absolutely horrible. And this guy experiences it directly. And after that experience, that guy never hunts again. Now, why am I telling you that? And why is the world in crisis? Wars and child trafficking and all the different things. Why are we in the sixth mass extinction? Well, Sri Bhagavan gives an example when they're going to build a house, or they're going to build something. And there's some beautiful big old growth trees there, and maybe some of the young ones. Instead of just cutting down the ones that are directly in the way, they cut them all down. Now, realize this is in peer-reviewed data now. They have the instruments. All of the plants and trees and everything, every blade of grass is conscious. They sing music. You can hook up machinery now and listen to the songs of the voices of the plants. Now those things, when they're cut down, they suffer too. And they're conscious. When people are hunting for sport and those animals are suffering. So all those things, destruction of the ecosystems, disrespect to all forms of life, all of that earns karma. It isn't just left. It's karma. And that karma accumulates for thousands and thousands of years, the way humanity has treated each other and the animals and the ecosystem and everything. Karma has got to be paid. So then you start to see calamity, natural calamities and weather calamity, all of that is created by the global collective getting answered. We're a part of that. Now, this ceremony, is of enormous importance because we're all gathered here as a collective, and this collective is empowered directly through the great compassionate light itself. Each of you and your personal connection to your God, because it's your personal connection, is all unified with all of us as a collective. And then I'm going to invoke the power of prayer as one of the Sevaks of the 81,000 to have it dialed in. So we as a group today, we make a difference. And that difference is registered in the entire global collective. For everything, for butterfly, for every single thing, every bird you can hear singing, any insect, every person, every little child, everything. Now, I founded Depth Healing. What does Depth Healing do? When you see people who are involved in child trafficking, torture of people, when you see people who want to wage war, or the guy who tried to shoot Trump, or all of that, the slaughter in Palestine, all of that. How does that happen? Your essence, the Mula mantra you just heard, begins with Om Sat Chit Ananda. What is Sat Chit Ananda? Sat Chit Ananda means existence, consciousness, and bliss. That is what we actually are: existence, consciousness, and bliss. So when if a person reaches a really, really high state of enlightenment, that's all they are. If they get really, really high, uh, they'll just they just vanish. They don't even need a body. So what are we looking at when you see all this terrible stuff and these terrible behaviors? Well, that's programming. And the programming is in the subconscious. It's not in the conscious. It's in the subconscious, and it's invisible because it's in the subconscious. It's invisible. You can't have anger if it's not in you. You can't. Satchitananda will not rape a lady or kill a child or stomp with their foot all over flowers or destroy whole civilizations. That's in us, and it's programming. Depth healing removes the programming. That's my job. And then the divine steps in, because our subconscious programming gets in between us and the divine. If it didn't, you wouldn't see any of these problems. The divine would just clear everything. But the programming inside the subconscious blocks the divine. That's why the Romans were able to crucify Christ. If they didn't have some kind of aberrant blockages inside themselves, the love of Christ would have touched them directly, and they'd have never done that. That's your example. So with depth healing, the trick is to go in, find the negative programs, the fears, the jealousies, the hatreds, the angers, the envies, the biases, the prejudices, sheer hatred. I saw a movie the other day about Ku Klux Klan. All you're looking at is severe hate programming. Inside every one of those people, inside Hitler, is still Satchitananda. But the programming is so bad. Now, what we're going to do here today is invoke the divine and approach the global collective and invoke divine intervention. And the first part of the prayer is for you. What is this particular prayer doing for your wealth? Is invoking the protection of your wealth, your property, your family, your person, and to sustain it within or from the global collective. Whatever the negative planning is, the objectives of the dark side, whatever it is, that you have the divine protection. And then we are going to do the second part, which is to make the global collective altered so that the light and love is greater than the negative side. If you think of a microcosm of yourself as the globe, so your body temple is the microcosm of the representing the entire globe, because in a way it actually is. So you have 50 trillion cells, and you have multiple organ systems. If you were in my health collective, for global health tune-up, I did 12 physiologic systems. Now, think to yourself, what is your health like? What happens in the human body if, let's say, the heart is filled with love, but the liver is filled with anger, and the pancreas has become just totally toxic with severe stuff, severe, ugly energies. And what starts to happen? Autoimmune disease, body starts to kill itself off because the coherence is gone. It's internal wars all over the place. That's what cancer is. Well, so if you think of your body like that, that's what you're looking at with the world. Now, as a healer, as a doctor, what we know, what I know, and what I do is, you take the heart that has the love in it, and you expand that field until it overtakes the other organs, because the love is a higher vibration than hate. So it starts to overtake and heal the liver, and it starts to overtake and detox the pancreas. That's what we're doing here. That's what we are right now. We are a collective that has a lot of power. And the more people I get here, the power exponentially increases every time. My goal is, like the Muhurta, we had 18,000 approach us. That's what I want. Because every time we add a single person, our power to spread a wave of beauty and love and compassion and healing grows. So that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. I hope that makes sense. It's just like taking a real strong, if your gut biome was in jeopardy and it's gotten out of balance, and you take a real strong probiotic and you put it in there, it makes a big impact. The trick is consistency. It's got to have frequency, duration, and intensity. That's why we're running these things every single month. And then every day you try to become aware of your consciousness. Now, as a human being, your life equals something else's death. Always. Your life equals something else's death. Something has to die in order for you to live. If you're a vegetarian, no different. Everything that you ate was alive and now it's dead. It's dead to keep you alive. The difference is in the intention. So think of the difference of a person who's like an Indian that is going to hunt a deer because it's going to provide the food and sustenance for the whole family. He loves and respects the deer, honors the deer when he has to hunt it and kill it, and then they eat it with gratitude, versus the guy who just wants to blow it away so he can put a rack of antlers on his wall. The intention. So when you eat, when you go to help somebody, when you or if you have a bad intention, the more conscious you are of your actual intention, the higher your level, and the more inner integrity you have, and that increases your bond with the divine, and you grow. The key is to be conscious. Conscious. You live a conscious life. So, and that's where depth healing comes in, because that's what I'm doing. Every time you see me, anything you do with me, it's raising consciousness to become more conscious. I'm the living example of it. I was the most unconscious man you could ever imagine for 30 something years, and filled with anger and hate for years and years and years and years, till it gave me cancer. That's all gone. And it's gone by these processes, the exact processes we're in today. Okay, let's get started. So that is Ishin. Ishin means that we are setting an intention, because I want carryover. I want a carryover for you of these tremendous sessions where we're receiving huge grace, really huge grace. All right, let me begin. Go ahead and close your eyes. Om Shim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyotiye Namaha. Om Shim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyotiye Namaha. Om Shim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyotiye Namaha. Om. So if you're not already, please sit up straight, close your eyes, head up. Let your forefinger and your thumb, the tips, touch together with your palms up. Param Karuna Param Jyoti Shri Amma Bhagavan Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Shri Amma Bhagavan Param Karuna Param Jyoti Shri Amma Bhagavan. This is a Seva full moon ceremony, and I'm dedicating it to you in your honor and for the purpose of the 81,000 to save and free all mankind. Please channel everything through me for everyone gathered here today. Channel everything through me for all of them, please. Everyone here has gathered with me at this sacred hour during the full moon to present their prayers to be answered directly by your divine grace. Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti, I am invoking the power of prayer now as your loyal Sevak of the 81,000. I am invoking the power of prayer now as your loyal Sevak of the 81,000. I am invoking the power of prayer now as your loyal Sevak of the 81,000, asking you to answer each and every prayer directly. Beloved Param Karuna Param Jyoti Shri Koki Amma Bhagavan, look to each and every one who is gathered with me now. Please go directly into the 6th global program for each of us. By your divine intervention, remove, solve, or dissolve any negative directives, imperatives, or destructive plans that endanger us and all life on earth. Provide divine protection for our wealth, our jobs and security, all of our properties, our health, and our families. For the remainder of our lives, write our programs for success, prosperity, and abundance. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om. That was specifically to call in divine intervention. And now we will address the actual sixth program. Om Sachit, no. Om Shrim Param Jyoti Bhagavati Bhagavan Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shrim Sarvadeva Param Karuna Param Jyoti Akalanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Jagat Rakshakaya Namaha. Om. Now, open your eyes, take up your personal prayer and read it out loud. When it's finished, express your gratitude to your personal divine. I will give you time. Okay, now place that prayer down, sit it back up straight, close your eyes, and let your forefinger, and your thumb touch, palms up on your thighs, please. Now, beloved Param Karuna Param Jyoti Sri Kokyamma Bhagavan, as a collective, we wish to pray for the salvation of the planet with all people, all forms of life at all scales, to be saved, protected, and nurtured. By your divine grace and power, stop all war, all violence, now, globally, by enveloping all peoples and all nations in the states of Ananda, which is causeless joy, causeless bliss, in the states of causeless love and oneness. Envelop all peoples and all nations now in the states of Ananda, causeless love, and oneness. Intervene so that all calamities, both man made and natural, are stopped without suffering or fear. Intervene so that all calamities, both man made and natural, are stopped without suffering or fear. Intervene so that all calamities, both man made and natural, are stopped without suffering or fear. Thank you, Param Karuna Param Jyoti Sri Kokyamma Bhagavan. Now close your eyes. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavati Sameta Sri Param Jyoti Bhagavate Namaha. Om. And now 2 mantras to first invoke divine intervention for the 6th program, and the last one for the divine to use its greatest power that it has to do so. Om Shri Kalki Bhakta Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shri Kalki Bhakta Rakshakaya Namaha. Om Shri Kalki Bhakta Rakshakaya Namaha 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 Om Shri Kalki Sudharsana 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 Rakshakaya Namaha Om. Now open your eyes, take up your global prayer and read it out loud. And when you finish it, I want you to end with these words. May what is right and best for everyone and Mother Earth be done. May what is right and best for everyone and Mother Earth be done. Amen. Now read your prayer. Beloved Param Karuna Param Jyoti Shri Kalkyamma Bhagavan. Beloved Param Karuna Param Jyoti Shri Kalkyamma Bhagavan. Beloved Param Karuna Param Jyoti Shri Kalkyamma Bhagavan. Please apply a portion of the Sat Karma, the good karma, that each person here earned by being here with sincerity today to answering their first prayer of protection in the sixth program for their wealth, abundance, health, their property, their family, their security. Apply the rest of the sat karma that they earned by caring about the world and all life on earth to saving the planet and all of humanity as Kali Yuga winds down. Now, each of you, please express personally your gratitude to the divine for saving all of us and the planet and receiving the divine grace that we invoked here today. Just say it out loud. And then close your eyes. Set the prayer down. Let your forefinger and thumb touch each other. Palms up. And Johnny will be playing for you the Liberation Sutra. The Liberation Sutra is very, very ancient. It is an enlightened person who was describing the state of complete liberation and enlightenment. All you need do is listen attentively, and the vibrations and the energies of this sutra will go through, penetrate the subconscious all the way into the unconscious, which is greater and deeper than the subconscious. That is the purpose, so that it seals this ceremony. Okay, Johnny, when you're ready. Listen carefully and don't move.
जीवस्य विमुक्तिः एतस्मात् इन्द्रियाणां विमुक्तिः
Okay, open your eyes. In my parting words, I have another important message I want to leave you with. Every time you see me for a depth healing session, you are detoxifying your subconscious mind, your subconscious data in whatever area we're doing. And every single time you do that, you are raising not only your own consciousness, but you are contributing to the rising consciousness of the entire global collective, because we are all part of and make up the global collective. We're not separate from it. We are it. So I want you to realize that now. At the end of this week, I am doing the Anger Collective. There's only 100 seats. I highly recommend you get in there. If you think there isn't anger in your field, I assure you you're wrong. It's just unconscious, it's subconscious. By removing things like fear and anger, hatred, hurt, jealousy, envy, those evolve you hugely, and it contributes to world peace. Every one of us is vitally important to the global collective. If you save an insect on the sidewalk, that's important to the global collective. If you plant a little tree, or you prevent someone from cutting down trees just because they put leaves on the ground, all of that is very important. So I hope I will see you. I love you all, and may God bless every single one of you. Okay? Until I see you next time, bye for now. And please,